Number 3, Justin Griffin. Number 4, Jeremy Urena. Number 11, Christian Rea. And number 32, Elijah Ruiz. Head coach, Paul Pomacella. And now the starting lineup for the Wayne Valley Indians. Number 2, Nick Diapolito. Number 5, Luke Rubino. Number 21, Bryce Flower. Number 23, Tyler Vialli. And number 25, Zach Dursky. Head coach, Joe Lake.
Welcome to East Gymnasium here on the campus of Fort Lee High School, the setting for our third place showdown in this 2024 Jack Riley Holiday Tournament, as it's a matchup of Indians. The Passaic Indians taking on the Wayne Valley Indians in the showdown for third place. Hello everybody, I'm Dan Long, joined alongside by Dimitri Nanis and Renee Matisich. Thanks for joining us for our continued exclusive broadcast coverage of this Jack Riley Holiday Tournament. Wayne Valley is the home team. They are in their navy blue. Passaic is the roadside in their road white with the red numerals. Wayne Valley is led by head coach Joe Like, and Passaic is led by head coach Paul Pomacalla. And the opening tip is secured by Wayne Valley. And quickly, the Indians are off and running. It's knocked. So Tyler Vialli was the one who got that first basket. Excuse me, it was Zach Durstein who got the first lay-in for Wayne Valley. Passaic trying to answer with a lay-in of their own. Christian Rea was the hero of game number 1, leaving that short at the rim. Good block at the rim there by the Indians of Passaic. Here comes Passaic down the other way. Splitting through the defense and laying it in is Justin Griffin. 2-2 your score. Wayne Valley, the defending Passaic County champions. 3-2 on the season. Passaic 1-3 this year. Their lone win coming back on Friday night when they took down Fort Lee in overtime, 62-60. Flower left the shot short. Here's Luke Rubino. Rubino has been great in this tournament. Was saddled with foul difficulties against Wayne Valley. And then that eventually leads to the jump shot finish by Tyler Vialli. Rubino was held to 14 points against Old Tappan while being on the bench for the majority of the game. Worked around, here's an extra pass that leads to the open three, knocked down by Jeremy Urena. Unselfish basketball has given Passaic their first lead now at 5-4. Cross-court pass, Rubino sets in, fires from deep, left it short. Bryce Flower inside, had his first shot blocked away, and then stolen away out of his hands by Urena. Passaic then loses it itself out of bounds, so possession will go back over to Wayne Valley. Wayne Valley was impressive in an 81-55 defeat of Riverdale on Friday, but then lost in the semifinals against Old Tappan 55-48. Rebound off the miss by Rubino. Rebound out to Ruiz. Griffin trying to find some running room across the middle of the lane, but lost his footing. That leads to the traveling violation. Rubino playing a game of catch with Diapolito knocking down the straightaway three. Nick Diapolito had 4 points against Old Tappan. Rattled home 6 points against Riverdale on day one. Griffin a little out of control, but the putback lay-in is good for Elijah Ruiz. And the Passaic big man, the senior, with his first 2 points of this third place game. 7-7 your score in the early goings. Good ball movement. Flower trying to get it down low to Durstein. Durstein's pass was intercepted by Griffin, giving it to Rhea. Rhea's shot blocked away in the middle of the lane by Rubino. Wayne Valley going coast to coast the other way. Oh, what a rejection there by Urena. Several different high-flying swats from both sides here in the opening vestiges of the first quarter. Worked around in a 7-7 ball game. Vialli getting it over, Diapolito. Vialli, who had 17 points against Oltapan, giving it back over to his point guard. No good with Assad Adams skying high for the rebound. Adams trying to go coast to coast. And he gets called for the travel as he tried to stop and plant his foot, but moved his pivot foot. Dump down low, Rubino, fadeaway jumper, no good. Tipped around, Wayne Valley with another offensive board. Quick ball movement finds Rubino inside for the floater finish. First made basket for Luke Rubino. Turnover forced by Wayne Valley, leads to the lay-in there for Vialli. He's got 4, Wayne Valley with their largest lead at 4. 11-7. Adams. Passing it back up top to Griffin. Urena getting it over to Griffin. Justin Griffin, who had 10 points against Memorial, 20 points against Fort Lee. Step back jumper, no good. Tip back out to Griffin. Griffin going right into the defender, floating that one up wide of the cup. Good interior defense right now by Wayne Valley in the first quarter here. Diapolito getting it over to Bryce Flower. Inside to Luke Rubino. Rubino so deadly inside the lane. He's got such a very nice touch when he's inside the paint with those mid-range jumpers. A lost art. Adams got blocked after he was going up for it. Last touch out of bounds off of Rubino. Luke Rubino exploded for 29 points in the opening game of the tournament against Riverdale, but again, because of foul difficulties, did not play that much in the second game and put up 14 points against Oltapan. Entry pass up top to Urena, try to get his second 3 of the game. Flower with the hard-nosed rebound underneath as Josh Santiago is subbed into the game for Passaic. 13-7 lead for Wayne Valley. And there's a bump, and is this going to be the first foul of the game for either team? Almost going 5 whole minutes without a single foul whistled against either team. A stark difference from our first game of the day, where it almost seemed every other second was a whistle against North Bergen and Bergenfield. That foul went against Josh Santiago, his first for Passaic. Good job of running the floor by the big man, Elijah Ruiz. Ruiz with 4 quick points. He had 8 points against Fort Lee, but only 3 points against Memorial. Good start for him. Diapolito getting it over to Flower. Back to Diapolito, straightaway 3, no good. Ruiz trying to save it. Rubino had it touched last off of one of the Passaic players underneath. Good hustle play by Luke Rubino. 3 different Wayne Valley players with 3 points apiece in the early goings here. They lead 13-9, coming up on the final 2.5 minutes of the first quarter. Dump down low to Rubino. This is where he lurks large. Rare miss for him inside the lane. He's a zone buster. He's attacking from the foul line. They find him there. He just quickly turns around and has such a beautiful touch. Gets it up top to Diapolito again, and that's the second main 3 for the senior point guard. Off the assist from Rubino. Reeves was trying to lay that one in for his 3rd layup of the game. A little too strong this time. Wayne Valley out in front, 16-9 with under 2 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Vialli up top again as Passaic is playing a zone, just daring Diapolito to keep on firing from three, and he'll keep on acquiescing. A three-point barrage by Nick Diapolito. He has knocked in three here in the first quarter, and that will elicit the timeout taken by Passaic to talk things over defensively, as they have fallen into a 10-point deficit already, 19-9. Just daring the Wayne Valley point guard to knock down the threes, and he has done just that. 9 quick points for number 2 in navy blue. Wayne Valley began their season with lopsided victories against Passaic County Tech and Clifton before losing against Union City. They had a lopsided victory to start off this 2024 Jack Riley Holiday Tournament, defeating Riverdale 81-55, but then were outlasted by Ultaban 55-48 on Saturday in the first semifinal. Wayne Valley not scheduled to play Passaic during this regular season. Could possibly meet in the Passaic County Tournament, and a nice find. Urena, after the full court pressure by Wayne Valley, was able to leak behind and get the lay-in. He's got 5 points to lead the charge for Passaic. And another long three. That was a gigantic shot there by Tyler Vialli. Vialli with 8 made threes in this tournament. And Elijah Ruiz is carving out space and doing some serious damage inside. He's got 6 points here in the first half. Diapolito for his 4th three of the game. No good. Urena got the rebound and then collected by his teammate Ruiz. Griffin sets and fires in transition. No good. No offensive rebounders there to speak of, but it's deflected last touch off of the head of Luke Rubino. Goes out of bounds and will be possession staying on this side with Passaic. Santiago step back three, left short. Diapolito 1-on-4 developing as he'll slow things down to have his cohorts join him in the half court. Vialli getting it up top to Diapolito, back to Vialli, who's got 7 points for Wayne Valley. Got knocked away, last touch off of Passaic. 22 seconds left to go here in the first quarter of play. 22-13 lead for Wayne Valley. Looking for their 4th win of the season and trying to finish 2-1 and in 3rd place in this 2024 Jack Riley Holiday Tournament. First time that they've played as part of this tournament. Vialli sets and fires from deep. No good. Ruiz with the rebound. Maybe one last push up the floor here for Passaic. Santiago across the middle of the lane. Kick out. Griffin with 5 seconds left to go in the quarter. Griffin pulls up in front of the 6'10" big man. No good. Deflected, and that will end the first quarter of play with Wayne Valley putting up 22 points on the board. They will take a 9-point lead with them into the start of the second quarter. Stick around as we'll be back for more action here at the Jack Riley Holiday Tournament on the Fort Lee Athletics YouTube channel. (22-13) Wayne Valley leading Passaic in this 3rd place game after the first quarter of play. Dan Long, Renee Manisich, Dimitri Nanis. Thanks for joining us for our exclusive broadcast coverage of this 2024 Jack Riley Holiday Basketball Tournament. The 3rd and final day of this event, just before the start of a new year. Justin Griffin's first shot, no good. Follow-up attempt, also no good. The ball squirts free out to the near side of Flower. Flower gives it over to the trailer in Rubino. Rubino lets in, fires, no good. Three-pointer off the mark. Wayne Valley knocked home 4 threes in that first quarter of play. Wayne Valley also did not commit a single foul in that first quarter. Passaic on the other side committed only 1 foul themselves. Cleanly played first 8 minutes of action. Diapolito, who knocked in 3 of the 4 threes made in that quarter for Wayne Valley. Durstein getting it over to Rubino. Rubino off the mark there. Hassan Adams, who was held scoreless in the first quarter, trying to go hard to the rim, and he'll elicit the whistle and the foul call. So Hassan Adams, who had 14 points against Memorial in the semifinal and 13 points against Fort Lee, with a chance to get his first points here at this third-place game. He'll get the nice shooter roll as that hit into the top of the backboard and in. Rubino picked up the foul, his first. Adams misfiring on the second as that rebound is tracked down by Rubino. Rubino had picked up 3 personal fouls in the first quarter against Oltapan and was resigned to being on the bench for the majority of the first half. There's Durstein with a nice jumper on the near side. Durstein with 4 points in the game. Durena step backs for 3, rattled in and out. Good box out underneath by Flower. A steal produced by Griffin, but blocked away by Rubino. Great defense in the early goings here by Wayne Valley. As they work it around, Flower into the corner. Diapolito inside, Rubino turnaround shot, no good. Durstein crashes the offensive glass. Adams steals it away. Adams to Griffin. Griffin sets and fires from 3, no good. Durstein tries to tip it out to himself and does to bring down the rebound. Diapolito now with it the other way. Flower to Rubino, hands it off to Vialli. Vialli had 7 points in the first quarter. Here he is now in the corner. Rubino, extra pass, Durstein on the baseline, double team coming to him. Quick ball movement here for Wayne Valley, trying to go against the speed look on the defensive side for Passaic. And a turnover there, traveling violation called against Wayne Valley. Ten-point lead for Wayne Valley. The Wayne Valley Indians taking on the Passaic Indians in this matchup of third place in the Jack Riley Holiday Tournament. Santiago with a no-look pass to Adams. Adams trying to take Diapolito off the dribble, and it's going to be a reach-in foul against Diapolito, his first, team second. The second of the final 4 games to be played here inside Fort Lee's East Gymnasium on day number 3 of this tournament. Santiago getting it over to the far side wing to Adams. Durena pulls up from deep, straight away, no good. Elijah Ruiz was hustling to try to bring down that offensive rebound. He's been good here in the first half for Passaic, just couldn't get to it in time. As Wayne Valley will take over with the inbound. Full court pressure being administered now by Passaic. Diapolito getting it to Rubino. Rubino on the baseline, Vialli. Kick around the perimeter. Diapolito from straight away. No good. Tipped, last touch out of bounds. Greg Pagorlak came into this game, number 12 off of the Wayne Valley bench. He was the last one to touch it as it goes out of bounds. And will be possession for Passaic. Offensively, Passaic has only scored 1 point in this entire second quarter after scoring 13 in the first quarter. Offense has run dry for them. Wayne Valley has only scored 2 points themselves here in this second quarter. Nice move to the rim by Assad Adams, splitting a couple of defenders for his first field goal. He's got 3 here in the first half. At the midway point of the second quarter, here's Rubino, stops and pops and drains that one right inside the lane. Luke Rubino with 6 points. 26-16. Wayne Valley in top of Passaic. And Adams got fouled after trying to pass it off to a teammate. With 3:45 left to go here in the second quarter, 26-16 lead for Wayne Valley, who led 22-13 after the first quarter of play. Adams across the lane, lost possession. Diapolito forced the steal. Diapolito looking for a teammate. Tried to find a trailer in Vialli, but he stepped on the end line, and that's going to be a baseline out of bounds. Turnover forced there by Passaic after they had turned it over themselves. Santiago, double team coming to him. Tries to get over to Griffin. Deflected last touch out of bounds off of Wayne Valley. With 3:08 left to go here in the second quarter. Into the game for the first time, Joshua Nieves, the 6'2 junior who had 3 points in the semifinals against Memorial. Into the game as Elijah Ruiz getting a much-deserved breather. Santiago across the lane, try to get it to Nieves. Bodied up inside, Nieves overshoots the rim. But Gorlak doing a great job defensively of standing his ground. The two backup big men going toe-to-toe with one another. Here's Flowers, high-arcing offering from deep, no good. Pinballed around inside, Rubino got to it, but got it stripped away. Vialli up top, Diapolito. Rubino quickly turns and fires again. No good. His shot isn't falling inside as much as it was in the first day of the tournament. Adams, and one! Assad Adams doing a good job of contorting the body as he went right down the middle of the lane to shield him off away from his defender, and when he got fouled, he still had the ability to lay it up off the glass and in. Adams swishing home the foul shot. He's got 6 points here in the first half for Passaic, all of which have come in the second quarter. 26-19 now, the deficit for Passaic against Wayne Valley. Under 2 minutes left to go until halftime. Rubino turns and fires again. Vialli crashing the offensive boards, gets it out to Bryce Flower, and Flower nets home his first main field goal. 28-19. Adams went right past his first defender and pulled up for the mid-range jumper. 8 points now for Assad Adams. Adams had a season-high 22-point effort in their season opener at Teaneck. Only a freshman with a load of potential in years to come for Passaic. Foul will go against Passaic's Jeremy Urena, his first. And that is the first team foul for Passaic in this second quarter. So they have committed a grand total of 2 fouls in this entire game. Wayne Valley, after not fouling at all in the first quarter, have fouled 4 times here. They have no more fouls to give before foul shots the rest of the quarter for Passaic. Urena, good time on that deflection, and then in transition, knocks down the long-range jumper just inside the 3-point arc. Jeremy Urena now with 7 points in the game, and Coach Joe Like is not happy here as he'll take a timeout to talk to his team. As Passaic has found their way back to within 5 of Wayne Valley, 28-23. Wayne Valley, after putting up 22 points offensively in the first quarter, have been struggling here in the second quarter, producing only 6 total points against this Passaic zone defense. I'd like to thank all of our proud sponsors of our continued broadcast coverage of the 2024 Jack Riley Holiday Tournament and our sponsors of our Fort Lee Bridgman Athletics broadcasts here on our YouTube channel. Thank you to each and every one of them who help make these broadcasts possible. (28-23), under a minute now left to go here in the second quarter. Lisea into the game for the first time for Wayne Valley, number 3. .40 seconds left to go here in the second. Lisea, bounce pass to Rubino at the elbow. Back to Lisea. Pulls up on the baseline, no good. Urena with a rebound. Here come Passaic out in the open floor. Adams, who's starting to heat up here in the second quarter. Giving it to Urena. 15 seconds left to go in the first half. It's like Passaic will hold for one final shot of the first half. Adams trying to get Rubino off of him. A steal produced by Rubino and Vialli. Wayne Valley tries to get the shot off in time. It is off in time, and it is good for Luke Rubino. A three-point shot just to beat the buzzer. He forced the turnover, got that final shot opportunity, and he sank it. 9 points in the first half for Luke Rubino, and Wayne Valley will take a 31-23 lead into the halftime locker room. Stick around as we'll be back for the start of the second half of play as you're watching the third place game of the 2024 Jack Riley Holiday Tournament here on the Fort Lee Athletics YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody, inside East Gymnasium as we're moments away from the resumption of play in the start of the second half. Wayne Valley on top of Passaic by a score of 31-23 in this third-place game of the 2024 Jack Riley Holiday Tournament. Taking a look at the stats from the first half of play, a pair of players for Wayne Valley with 9 points apiece, Nick Diapolito and Luke Rubino, each with 9 points after the first 2 quarters of play. Tyler Vialli with 7 points. Zach Durstein with 4, Bryce Flower with 2. And on the other side for Passaic, the Indians were led by Assad Adams' 8 points, Jeremy Urena with 7 points, Elijah Ruiz with 6, and Justin Griffin held to only 2 points so far in this game. Wayne Valley, the home side, in their home blue. Passaic, the road team, in their road white. Dan Long, Renee Matisich, Dimitri Nanis, thanks for joining us for our continued broadcast coverage of this Jack Riley Holiday Tournament, day number 3, as we will have only 2 more games remaining in this year's tournament before we will finish things up for 2024. Flower inside to Rubino. Rubino, the hoop and the harm. He finished the first half with a 3-point shot, and now a chance to start off the second half with a 3-point play. Foul was going to be charged against Justin Griffin, and Luke Rubino will miss on the foul shot, but will have now a game-high 11 points for Wayne Valley. 54 points in 3 games for Luke Rubino. He's putting up some big numbers offensively for Wayne Valley in this tournament. Wayne Valley again appearing in this tournament for the first time. Since 2018, Wayne Valley had been participating in the J.P. Flynn Memorial Tournament that's held annually in Morristown at Del Barton, but playing this year for the first time at Fort Lee. Trying to take home third place and bring home that hardware back to campus. And that's going to be a turnover against Santiago, who got the start to the second half for Coach Pamakala and Passaic. Rubino down low, Vialli. Wayne Valley has been very strong with their passing game. Here's Vialli. After the cutter, Rubino was open in the middle. And there's the 4th made 3 of the game for Diapolito. Diapolito had 6 points on Friday, 4 points on Saturday, and has exploded for 12 points here today on Monday. Wayne Valley stretching its lead to 13. Here's Rubino, sets and fires off the back rim, no good. Durstein was trying to get to it initially, and Vialli got fouled after going up for it. 2-shot foul will send the junior to the line. Tyler Vialli had 15 points against Riverdale. His leading scorer in that loss against Oltapan was 17. He's got 8 so far in this game. Short on the second foul shot attempt. 37-23 lead for Wayne Valley, trying to go to 4-2 on the season. Adams, hounded there by a double team of Rubino and Vialli. Vialli comes out of the pack with it. Rubino across the lane, pull-up jumper, no good. He's been open routinely in the middle of that zone, just has not been able to routinely get it to go. Griffin out of control, no good. Rubino with the rebound, getting to Flower. Flower down the other way, stuffed at the rim by Ruiz. Good clean block there by the 6'5 senior. Griffin got fouled after he was going up with it the other way. And Justin Griffin will head to the foul line to shoot a pair. Foul will go against Diapolito, his 2nd personal foul in this game, team's first of the second half. Griffin knocks in the first foul shot. He's got 3 points in the game now for the Indians. Second foul shot is good by Griffin. He's got 4. 12-point lead for Wayne Valley, 37-25. They led 22-13 after 1. 31-23 lead after 2. Griffin after the steal, transition 3, no good. Passaic needed that one to get a little momentum on their side. Flower. Down low, Vialli all by his lonesome. In for the easy lay-in, he's got 10. Good dish from up top by Flower. Knocked out of bounds, will stay with Passaic. As this battle of the Indians going the way of Wayne Valley right now, 39-25. Another steal produced by Wayne Valley. Diapolito giving over to Flower. Vialli, top of the key to the near side. He's trying to look for Durstein, but that was intercepted in front by Ruiz. Santiago pulls up right in front of the big man, no good. Follows his miss. John Williams into the game for the first time, number 34 for Passaic. Rubino cutting through the heart of the defense, no good. Fouls his own miss, and he skies up and lays it up and in. Rubino with 13 points for Wayne Valley. And Griffin out of control, banged into the wall and got fouled in the process. Griffin no good on the first foul shot attempt. That foul was whistled against Bryce Flower. For Flower, that is his first, team second. Each team with 2 fouls apiece committed here so far in the third quarter. Griffin goes 1 of 2 at the line. He's up to 5 points now in this game, doing most of his work from the foul line. 41-26 the lead for Wayne Valley. Cross-court pass, leading onto the easy layup inside for Zach Durstein. Durstein with 6 points. Adams sensing the double team, gets it to Santiago, left it behind for a teammate, and no good there by Ruiz inside. Wayne Valley in the open floor, Rubino trying to get it over to the far side. Good ball movement, down low, Durstein, up and in. Unselfish passing all around the horn and eventually found its way down low, and Durstein patiently just took his time and laid it up and in. Foul's going to be whistled against Bryce Flower. That for Flower is his second personal foul, team's third, and the timeout's going to be taken by Passaic. As Wayne Valley starting to pull away here, they lead 45-26 in this third place game. (45-26) lead for Wayne Valley. Led by 8 at halftime and now stretched that advantage to a 19-point margin here. Wayne Valley, after the new year, will play host to Demarest on January 4th before traveling to DePaul Catholic to take on the Spartans on January 7th. And Passaic will finally host a home game this season. They've been road warriors throughout, not including this tournament, but also starting off the season with back-to-back road games at Teaneck and DePaul. They'll host Passaic Valley on January 4th, and then will travel on January 7th to Passaic Tech. Griffin with under 3.5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Griffin got fouled trying to split the double team between Durstein and Flower. Durstein's going to get called for the trip. His first personal, fourth team foul against Wayne Valley. No more fouls to give here for Wayne Valley. Foul shots the rest of the quarter. Adams fumbled that ball off to the near side to his teammate Urena. Griffin got around the defense and floated it up and in. So after Justin Griffin had only 2 points in the entire first half, he's up to 7 points with a 5-point third quarter. Rubino behind the back pass, try to get it to Durstein after they were breaking the full court pressure. Out to the near side, Rubino makes the catch, takes it across the middle of the lane, tried to bank it in and lipped in and out. Durstein with the offensive putback is good. Zach Durstein is now up to 10 points. He scored 6 points here in the third quarter. Another turnover forced by Wayne Valley, and it leads to the lay-in there for Diapolito. Diapolito up to 14 points in the game. 49-28, Griffin trying to go coast to coast and does. So the pace is starting to quicken here between both sides with a full court pressure and breaking through that pressure. Diapolito giving it now to Rubino, and Rubino will lay it in. He's got 15. Griffin across, here's Urena in the corner. Durstein trying to get to it. And there's going to be a foul whistled, as looks like might be coming up against Elijah Ruiz. It will be against the Passaic big man. That is his second personal foul. Team's third with 1:49 left to go here in the third quarter. All Wayne Valley in this matchup of two Passaic County teams. 51-30 lead for Wayne Valley. As we're coming up on the final 90 seconds of the third quarter. Rubino pulls up from just outside the foul line, no good. Tipped around, out of bounds, last touch off of Greg Pekorlak, and possession will go back over to Passaic. Possession still with Passaic. Joshua Santiago, who was scoreless against Memorial. Again, he had 10 big points in the win against Fort Lee. Here's Rubino with the steal. Rubino missing on the lay-in. Pekorlak tried to follow it up, but he got blocked at the rim by Ruiz. Griffin going coast to coast, avoided the charge attempt and got the blocking foul instead, so Justin Griffin will head to the foul line to shoot two. With 62 seconds left to go here in the third quarter of play. First foul shot is no good there for Griffin, who's 3 for 5 at the foul line in this game. 9-point effort for Griffin, trying to make this his third consecutive double-digit performance in this holiday tournament. He misfires on both those foul shots, though, so he still stays at 9 points. Coming up in the final 50 seconds, Vialli got his shot distorted. Urena was not able to save it before he touched out of bounds on the baseline. Possession now for Wayne Valley with 49 seconds at their disposal here in the third quarter. Flower getting it up top to Vialli. Flower. Rubino. Corner three. No good. Karam tracked down by Rea. And last touch out of bounds off of Rubino. Again, Christian Rea was the hero in that first game of the tournament for Passaic, with the game tied at 60 in overtime against Fort Lee. Rea intercepted a pass, took it the distance for the game-winning layup. that gave the Indians a 62-60 win here at Fort Lee and punched their ticket to the semifinals. Rea off balance there. Rebound secured this time by Nick Rubino, number 24. Coming up on the final 10 seconds of the third quarter. Vialli sets and fires from three, gets it! Just before the buzzer, just as Wayne Valley did to end the second quarter of play. They knock one in from deep. Tyler Vialli's second made three of the game. He's got 13, and it's all Wayne Valley as we head to the fourth quarter, 54-30, as you're watching Day 3 coverage of the 2024 Jack Riley Holiday Tournament. To the fourth quarter we go here on our third day of coverage of this tournament. On our first game, North Bergen won the seventh-place showdown between themselves and Bergenfield. This is the third-place game. Wayne Valley trying to go 2-1 in this tournament. And it looks like that they are in a good position right now, leading by 24 heading to the fourth quarter and forcing a turnover on the first Passaic offensive possession of the fourth. Pull-up jumper is good, that time at the elbow for Bryce Flower. The junior with 4 points here this afternoon. Fifth place game is going to be following us as it's going to be Fort Lee taking on Riverdale. Each team trying to finish 2-1 in this tournament. And then our fourth and final game is going to be for the championship, as Memorial trying to repeat as champions of the Jack Riley Holiday Tournament. They're taking on a very impressive looking Oltapan side that knocked off Wayne Valley in the last round of the semifinals. Passaic in the white, Wayne Valley in the blue. Assad Adams from straight away, no good. Off the back iron, rebound secured by Nick Rubino, getting it up top to Luke Rubino for the easy two. Luke Rubino with 17 points in this game. .60 points now in this tournament for Luke Rubino, averaging 20 points per game. Nice looking fadeaway jumper that time by Joshua Santiago. Santiago's first made basket of this third place challenge. Backdoor look for Rubino. And Rubino continues to build on his big day. 19 points now for the senior. And he had 29 points on Friday in the first round action. Held to 14 points by by Oltapan in the second day in the semifinals. And has bounced back in his 19-point performance here, trying to bring his team to a third-place finish. Adams, jump stop, turns and fires, no good. Put back layup attempt, no good. The side of the rim by Nieves. Vialli, transition three, no good. Urena with a rebound. Griffin in the open floor. Griffin going right through the middle. Loose ball tie-up. Possession arrow will give it back over to Wayne Valley as the play is stopped with 5:31 left to go in regulation. Last season, Wayne Valley won the Passaic County Championship. They also went all the way to the sectional semifinals, as the number 3 seed lost to number 2 seed Northern Highlands in North 1 Group 3. Rubino's shot no good. Griffin in the open floor. Griffin got tied up by Nick Rubino, and they're going to say that is a foul, not a clean tie-up, and that'll send Griffin back to the foul line where he's been several times so far in the course of this game. He's 3 of 6 at the foul line, all of which coming in the third quarter. Foul shot is good, so Justin Griffin with a third consecutive double-digit performance here in this tournament. 20 points against Fort Lee, 10 points against Memorial. He's got 10 points here against Wayne Valley. Now give him 11. Five of his 11 points in the game coming from the foul line. Good find underneath. Pagorlak was fouled on his way up. And that'll give Wayne Valley's backup big man a chance to get on the board. No good on the first foul shot attempt. That foul, by the way, was charged against Nieves of Passaic, who will check off the floor. That is his first personal foul of the game. No good on a pair of foul shots. Muscled rebound taken in by Jair Perez, who's coming to the game for the first time for Passaic, number 33. Adams weaves his way through the lane, but he left the layup short on the left side. Quick trigger on the near side. Gorlak trying to clean up inside again. Third time, not the charm. Fourth time, no good. Tipped around again inside. And eventually, last touched out of bounds by Passaic. So the first shot was taken by Brian Lee, and then 3 subsequent shot opportunities by Greg Pagorlak. He could not get any of those to fall, but eventually it's touched out of bounds off of Justin Griffin. 4:31 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Coach Pamakala going to his bench now and bringing on a lot of the reserves. Corner 3 ball, no good by Lisea. Pagorlak trying to go for another offensive rebound. Jay Hernandez, number 5, saving the possession just before it was crossing past midcourt. Hernandez sets in, fires from deep off the back iron, no good. Rubino outlets it down the floor. Euro stepping his way to the rim was Adam Raba. No good. Perez with a rebound. Williams out on the open floor. Williams getting hit as he was going up to the rim. And it looks like Williams will have a chance for some foul shots with 3:43 left to go here in regulation. As Williams will rattle in the first foul shot. And it'll go 2 for 2 at the line to make this a 60-36 game. Wayne Valley running it set. Lead from top of the key, no good. Rebound underneath. Another rebound collected by Perez. Passaic with a couple of youthful players here that aren't even listed on our roster. And a good rebound inside by Jair Perez, who since coming into this game has collected about 4 rebounds already. And he got fouled trying to get that put back up. So Perez with a chance to get on the scoreboard himself. Missing on the first foul shot attempt. Last season, Passaic went 15-13 overall. They won 2 playoff games. As Perez goes 1 of 2 at the foul line, gets his first point of the game. As the number 10 seed in North 1 Group 4 defeated Livingston and Clifton before losing to East Orange in the sectional semifinals. Passaic down the other way, a little out of control there, stuffed at the rim. As reserves for both teams getting some valuable minutes here. As we're getting set for our third game of the day, Riverdale taking on Fort Lee coming up next. As that pass off the mark goes out of bounds. Williams, high arcing jumper is good. That's a 3 as well for Rajan Williams. 5 points off the bench for Passaic. A quick timeout taken by Wayne Valley, and the lead is down to 20. It's 60-40. So Rajan Williams, the junior, has scored 5 points, all of which coming here in the fourth quarter. A couple at the foul line and that high arcing 3-point shot as well. Wayne Valley on their way to starting off the season 4-2. Passaic with this loss will fall to 1-4 on the season. In the month of January, Wayne Valley are going to be Road Warriors, playing 7 out of 11 games away from their home gym. They're going to be looking forward to starting off January, though, at home on January 4th against Demarest. And Passaic has started off their season with their first 5 games away from home. They will finally get to play in front of their home crowd starting on January 4th against Passaic Valley. Closing into the final 2 minutes of regulation. Rabot getting it up top to Lee. And a travel call against Lee, moving his pivot foot top of the key. Will give possession back over to Passaic. Steal produced by Ethan Park. Lisea just inside the 3-point arc, knocks down his first made field goal of this game. He's got 2. 90 seconds left to go in regulation. Perez lost possession. Here's Park in the open floor. Park going coast to coast for the layup. Ethan Park, the sophomore, with his first 2 points of the tournament. Kicked into the corner. Here's the 3-point look, no good, this time by Hernandez. Offensive rebound by Williams. Williams weaving his way through, hanging up in the air and getting it to go to the delight of his bench. Rajan Williams maybe putting in an argument for more playing time. 7-point effort here for the Passaic Indian. All in the fourth quarter. And showing some imagination of how he got to the rim as well. 40 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Hernandez in the corner. Nearly a steal produced by Wayne Valley. Kick out. Here's Hernandez again. Another look from 3. No good. Williams tried to tip it to himself, but got into the waiting hands of Brian Lee. 20 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. And Wayne Valley will just pull it out for the final 10 seconds of regulation as they run down the remainder of this clock. An impressive performance in this tournament for Wayne Valley. They go 2-1 in their 3 games and finish as third place overall in this year's field with a 64-42 victory against Passaic. With the win, Wayne Valley will improve to 4-2 on the season. Passaic will fall to 1-4. Luke Rubino was the leading scorer for Wayne Valley with 19 points. He had a great tournament where he averaged over 20 points per game. And Passaic was led by the 11 points of Justin Griffin. So that'll do it for our broadcast coverage of game number 2 of this third day of the 2024 Jack Riley Holiday Tournament. Special thanks to our broadcast team, Renee Matisich on camera, Dimitri Nanas doing the production, and yours truly, Dan Long, calling all the action. And thank you to our proud sponsors, as seen on your screen there. We remind you to join us for our third game of this tournament coming up shortly, as it's going to be Fort Lee taking on Riverdale for 5th place. So for everybody here from East Gymnasium, I'm Dan Long saying so long, and thanks for watching on the Fort Lee Athletics YouTube channel.